Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to my channel. My name is Luis Portelles, and for today's video, we are going to be talking about Roberta Tamondong and how she was appointed as the fifth runner up for Miss Grand International, what it means, why this happened, and how do I feel about all of these things. So, of course, as you guys can imagine, for the past few days, I have been getting some messages when it comes to this matter. Some of you have been sending me DMs, and of course, because Roberta already went back to Thailand recently, there are new videos, new photos, and I've been getting those as well. And people asking for my opinion. To be honest, I feel like I have previously expressed how I feel when it comes to this matter. Even during my last live stream that I did about MGI, I pretty much closed that chapter and I explained my position when it comes to, who should accept this. But, anyways, I will go through the facts today, share with you some tea or some chismes, as you might call it. And I guess that I'll give you my final take on how I feel about this entire thing. So, I think that the first thing that comes to mind, well, first of all, I just want to say congratulations to Roberta because whether you like it or not, being the fifth runner up is definitely a huge accomplishment. And what does that mean? Some people are still wondering, how did Roberta go from not placing within the top 10 to actually making it to the top 5? So I don't know if you guys remember, but actually, MGI gave crowns to pretty much all of the girls within the top 10. And instead of calling them fifth runner up, sixth runner up, seventh runner up, they just gave pretty much, the winner up until the fourth runner up. And everyone else after that was considered to be the fifth runner up. So, no, it doesn't mean that Roberta magically went from not being within the top 10 to actually cracking the top 5. That's not what happened. She was just included within the top 10, which gives her the title of fifth runner up. So I hope that clears the air for you out there. But, anyways, for those of you who wanted to inquire a little further about why did Roberta obtain this position, well, here are some of the facts. So, just a few days after the coronation night, the final show of Miss Grand International, there is this public statement that was posted by the organization saying that um, Miss Mauritius wasn't going to be able to fulfill her duties as a fifth runner up, and that because of that, she wouldn't be able to complete her reign, or that she had resigned from her position, more precisely. But shortly after that, the Miss Grand Mauritius organization posted themselves another post saying that the information that was being disclosed by the Miss Grand organization was not correct. That actually, Miss Grand Mauritius did not sign the contract because she did not agree with some of the things that were required from her during the period of time that she was going to be working with the organization. At the same time, they did mention that the queen herself resigned personally due to not being aligned with the Miss Grand International latest behavior, and just like a conflict of values, pretty much, right? I personally also believe that after some of the comments that were made, online, we talked about this earlier when it comes to the graphics that happened during the coronation night at Miss Grand, the entire controversy with Liz Garcia. I think that this might also hurt the perception that some of the queens had internally of the organization and how they run their business. But I will also say that I think it's important to keep in mind that being the 10th runner up because of the popular vote, I also believe that Miss Mauritius was going to receive a lot of backlash for the entirety of the year. And I don't think that she necessarily wanted to get herself in that position. I believe that it must be very, very difficult to have the entire world think that you don't deserve something that was pretty much given to you. She's not the one making the rules, right? So the organization decided that whoever gets the most votes goes automatically into the top 10, but just based on her performance and, how consistent she was during the competition, I don't think those things were enough to convince the fandom that she deserved that position within the top 10. But anyways, I think that this was pretty much the beginning of the end when it comes to her position, and ultimately what made that there was another position that was available for another girl to take. That is what happened up until that point. After that, recently, right after it was announced that Miss Mauritius was not gonna occupy her position and that she was not going to fulfill her duties. Allegedly, and I'm going to say allegedly because I never saw the photo myself. Now, what posted on his story a photo of Roberta, which suggested that she was going to be the girl who was going to be appointed as a fifth runner-up to replace Mauritius. And the reason why I'm telling you allegedly, as I said, is because I didn't see the story myself. I don't follow Nawed. I don't follow Miss Grand International on Instagram. So, sometimes people just come up with stuff or they like Photoshop it and they just, sometimes it goes viral and it's not even real. So I'm not going to jump into that. But I will say that there was a screenshot circulating about supposedly coming from Nawat's profile saying that Roberta was going to replace Miss Mauritius. However, later, shortly after that, actually, I think it was the next day, the Miss Grand International organization officially announced that Roberta Tamondong from the Philippines was going to be appointed as the fifth runner-up, meaning that she was going to be included within the top 10. She was going to get to go back to Thailand. She was going to get to be part of the media tour and the activities that the top 10 were going to be included this year as being part of the 10th anniversary of Miss Grand International. And of course, I feel like right after the announcement, a lot of people were hoping for it. A lot of people um, thought that she deserved it, but didn't want her anymore to be part of the organization because of everything that went down. So I feel like because of all of the things that we experienced right after the pageant, the public perception about MGI and the entire thing was very, very like separated. Like it wasn't a clear like a clear expectation for everyone. Some people wanted her to just decline it, some people wanted her to go for it. And some of you were asking me, this is when most of you were coming to me and asking me, well, how do you feel about that? Well, hear me out. And I'm going to try to be as clear as possible when it comes to this entire thing. A part of me wishes truthfully that Roberta didn't accept the position because, as I said, I don't think, I don't know, like there's just something about MGI and the way that they carry themselves that really doesn't like I don't know. I don't know how to express it, but it just doesn't sit well with me. I've been vocal about it every time that I go live about them, and I love the show, I love the production, I love the girls, I love but there's something about the organization that sometimes just doesn't sit well with me. So a part of me wanted her to say no, thank you, because of all of these things. Kind of like goes against my values, but at the same time, we need to recognize that by accepting this opportunity, so many different doors and new opportunities are going to become available to Roberta. Um, we keep saying that she can do better than this, that she can do better than MGI, and believe me, I agree 100%. I agree. Roberta can go to Miss Universe. She can, try to win the national title in the Philippines. But I still think that she can use MGI as a training ground, like a preparation for her to be even better, even stronger whenever she decides to move on to the next step in her pageant career. Let's not forget that Roberta is also only 20 years old, guys. And I feel like there's a lot of pressure when it comes from the audience, and the people sometimes forget. Can you imagine for a moment like how stressful it must be being so young and feeling like the entire world is behind you and expecting that you win the title as at Miss Grand International, or at least that you place within the top 5, within the top 10? You end up not placing as they expect. So how do you feel about that? Like heartbroken, of course. And then suddenly the opportunity comes for you to be part of the top 10 and be part of all of the things that they expected you to do. But at that point, if you accept the offer, people will turn against you. So it must be so conflicting. And once again, for a young person, I feel like it's even harder to deal with all of these things. Um, we also keep on assuming that this is all Roberta, deciding on whether or not she is going to go back to MGI, if she's going to be a part of it. But Roberta, realistically, she works with a team of people. She works with the Binibining Pilipinas organization. It's not just what Roberta wants, but Roberta also has to somehow meet their expectations and like meet them halfway. Let's not forget that beauty queens, um, they work under contracts. This is literally a job. And I am not implying that she is contractually obligated to go and be part of the top 10 at Miss Grand International. But what I'm saying here is that we shouldn't assume all the time that, oh, Roberta went back because she wants to. Roberta, maybe she wanted to. I give that, but we also have to think that there's a part of the reason why she was sent initially to Miss Grand International is to try to get that position. So if the position is given to her, why not accept it? I'm gonna share with you guys a video that I just saw a little bit earlier, and this is pretty much Roberta arriving earlier today in Thailand. So let's watch it together and let's talk about it right after that.
Sa kanyang arrival.
There you go, Roberta. I mean, when I watch this video, the first thing that comes to mind is that Roberta looks happy. She looks excited to be there. She looks like the crowd. I mean, like it looks like the crowd really loves her and is cheering for her. So once again, I'm gonna take it back to what I told you initially about this being a great opportunity for her. This is gonna open many, many doors, especially going back to Thailand, which is such a powerhouse when it comes to pageantry in this particular moment. And whether we like it or not, Miss Grand International also has gained a lot of popularity amongst pageant fans. So, in all cases, I think that this is going to be positive for Roberta as an individual, as a person. She and her career and whatever plans she might have in the future is going to benefit from this moment. Does this mean that we are crazy about MGI? No. Okay, like I feel like my perception of the pageant and my perception of the organization doesn't need to change, but at the end of the day, as pageant fans, our mission is to support the girls, right? Our mission is to empower them, to allow them to speak up their minds, to make their own decisions. And here in this particular case, I feel like this is Roberta's decision. She wants to go. She wants the public to support her. She wants us to make to make this entire process easier for her. As I said earlier, it's not always easy, especially at such a young age. So already when you're doing something that is a little conflicting and you have the entire world behind you trying to make you feel bad about it, it can be even harder. So I'm gonna share with you guys a clip of Roberta. She actually went live on Instagram, and this is what she had to say about the upcoming. I mean, not the upcoming assignment, but like the fact that she decided to accept the position within the top 10. Here we go.
I still have so many things to learn with the pageant industry, and I'm just enjoying the time that I have here. And what more pa kaya, diba? Ang dami kong, like, not just only me, but my family, my team. Ang dami nilang pinaghirapan for my journey. And syempre, ayoko naman masayang yung hard work nila. Kaya tinanggap ko din yung offer. That's why, guys, please do respect my decision, and I'm happy, like over the moon happy with what I'm doing right now. And you know what? I kind of miss my girls. When we saw each other for the first time in a very, like, after 4 days, it's a feeling that that I want to take a video kasi when we saw each other, we hugged talaga. We hugged as in parang tagal na namin di nakikita. I still have so many things to learn.
Okay, so this is the clip that I was talking about. but here we go. This is what she had to say. And once again, I go back to what she was mentioning. Please, guys, I am happy to accept this. I am, as in, over the moon happy to accept this. She talks about her team, she talks about her family, just as a reminder that this is not just about her as a person, but there is, a lot of people who are impacted by this. So I think that regardless of how we feel about it, we should just support her. We should give her space. We should allow her to grow and learn from this experience. Whether it's positive or negative, she will come out of it as a stronger woman for sure. If you don't want to engage with the Miss Grand organization yourself individually as a pageant fan, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to. That's the positive news, right? The bright side of things. You don't have to. My only ask is that collectively we don't make it harder for her, because already she is receiving, yes, of course, lots of love and people who support her, but also lots of people who condemn her decision. So I think that the best we can do is send her love, support, and try to make it as positive, as a great experience for her rather than giving her a hard time for it. So, for those of you who were asking for my opinion when it comes to Roberta Tamondong being appointed as the fifth runner up for Miss Grand International, there you go. Let's give her space, let's respect her decision, and let's allow her to grow. Sending Roberta, of course, all of my love always, and wishing nothing but the best. That's all we can do. So, anyways, you guys, please go ahead and sound off in the comment section. Let me know, how do you feel, your position, your opinions, perception, whatever you want to say. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this one almost every single day. I will see you in the next one very, very soon. And until then, take care and stay safe. Bye.